So we'll start whatever time. What is crack?
What is the crack? Where do you want me to start?
Where do I want you to start? I love your vibe. Loving your vibe today. You smell very good.
Yes, I do. That's a wee combination of just... well, first of all, there's something decomposing in my car. So I was just spraying my car with all the different perfumes and aftershaves I have in there. Hello, baby. And yeah, so I can't even tell you what it is. It's a wee layered.
It's just a buffet.
Yes.
A fragrance buffet. Right, okay, so here we are. It is what time? It is 11:30 on a Tuesday in the wonderful city of Newry. How do we know each other?
My first meeting, or what I can remember anyway, of you was in the bank. I was a Budweiser girl.
All right, yes,
Yeah.
the true team.
Yes, the true team. And I was very work shy back then. Did very little, as you know. And you were fine with that. And I was like, I like her.
Do you know what? But see, it was always good. Ollie, please feel free.
Ollie, baby.
Apologies to any video watchers who are looking at my dog's balls right now. We used to love whenever like marketing girls, like the lights girls or whatever. Were you with lights at that stage, or was it just literally Budweiser?
I was just employed by Budweiser.
Right, okay. Because you used to have like any different amount of people would come down, and it was always good crack because you'd see people from Belfast. My God,
The big smoke.
Belfast coming down, and it was always good. It was always a good vibe, but then it was a good vibe back then anyway, because it was like 2004 and life was good.
Yes.
2003, 2004. So yeah, there was quite a team of yous.
Yeah, there was 4 of us just. That was the greatest job I ever had. I mean, they give me a car, they give me a phone, and they give me a salary for basically just having fun.
What was the mission statement? What did this actually have to do? Because do I remember there been a PlayStation involved?
Oh yes, we used to give stuff away. Our mission was to sell bud.
Aye.
Sell more bud. So yeah, the good old days. I miss that job.
They were great days. There was also there was another. Do you remember every so often somebody would try and come along as an alternative to Red Bull or Red Bull, as you probably call it. So there was Shark, which was stinking. But then there was. Do you remember Rocks?
I don't remember Rocks, but like Boost.
Oh no, this is way before Boost. This is
right.
way before
No.
Boost. Yeah, and Coca-Cola had Burn. Burn was exclusively in the Kremlin at one stage.
No, I can't remember this, and I'll tell you why, because I don't drink it. So that's why it would never have been on my radar.
Well, I wouldn't really drink it either. I had to sell it. But the Rocks girls used to land, and Rocks came in like a wee... It was like a wee dumpy tin. I don't know, it was Swedish or something. ROX. And there was like 5 or 6 of these girls come down. So yous were all great crack. Yous were all fit. The crack was brilliant and it was all good. These girls came down as if... Have you ever watched Harry Potter?
Yes.
You know the villa? Do you know the girls that come in and they're all like...
Yes.
And everyone is just totally captivated and like mystified by them. That's what it was like.
Really?
They used to walk in on like... Didn't even walk in. They just like
Glided?
Yeah, they glided in with their like.
No, I need to know who these girls are. We need to find one of them and get her on
You
the
need to pay
podcast.
one of the Rocks girls. Yeah. You are wanting energy drink, you know, and it was like, yes, I do want an energy drink.
Take off my money.
Yeah, I have a pacemaker and I have diabetes, but please give me all of the Rocks. Oh, good. I loved those days were brilliant.
So what are you trying to say? You trying to say you preferred them to the Bud girls?
No, I didn't prefer them. There was an ethereal.
You fancied them more?
No, you couldn't fancy them. They were beyond fancying.
Oh, really?
There was an ethereal worshipping situation.
The Holy Grail.
I mean, everybody stopped in their tracks, male, female, questioning, whatever. Whenever they walked in, it was just like, it wasn't just the usual lectures. Do you know what? The bank was very ahead of its time because I remember they had. I wasn't management at that stage, but we had Teddy Von Tramp down.
Oh my goodness.
Like that, like
Robert.
in the day. What a legend. How is Robert?
Robert is great. He is still going strong. Teddy's still going strong. I've seen him at a couple of events. But yeah, same jokes, but they still hit.
Do you know what? It's fine. I always loved Teddy. Teddy was an OG, like.
Oh yeah.
You know. But those were the absolute days. So then the next time I saw you, so sorry, this is a recap. The next time I saw you was possibly in a national newspaper.
The good old days. Yes, that time in my life, yeah. So I went on to win Miss Great Britain, which a lot of people say, are you ever going to let that go? I have let it go. It's when people write about me or talk about me, they they always say, former Miss Great Britain. So I have let it go. Yeah, that was an experience.
So, because that's another thing I remember about the bank too. You used to, like, every so often, it was every year, there would be a Miss Northern Ireland heat.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be one in, like, I don't know, there'd be one in Magherfelt, and there'd be one in Newry, and there'd be one. So was it through that, or was that just fictional?
No. So Miss Northern Ireland goes to Miss UK. I entered Miss Northern Ireland and got placed, but didn't win. And
Do you ever still see her?
see,
You stay in touch?
so yes, no, I don't see her anymore. So then I just couldn't wait for the next year to come around. I just thought, I'm going to enter Miss Great Britain, which is quite controversial for someone from Northern Ireland. But we won't go
Is it?
there. Well,
Is it though?
do you want me to tell you what happened?
Controversial for me.
Yeah.
Because it's very confusing. Because whenever I saw you, we'll get that about it, whenever I saw you in the paper, and you were bedecked with Union flag type sort of stuff, and it was a confusing moment, not dissimilar to Jerry Halliwell in 1987 at the Brits.
Yeah,
which
well, she was wearing more clothes than me.
which was confusing for someone from South Armagh.
Yes, I
A
can
little
imagine
a little
so.
fledgling lesbian from South Armagh. A lot of Catholic guilt over that one. But anyway, go on, keep her lit.
So yeah, the Miss Great Britain, the rules were you had to be a certain age, a certain height back then, and you had to hold a British passport, which I did.
Okay.
So technically I didn't live in Britain. Well, that's fact actually. But tick, tick, tick. So
you just thought, fuck it, I'll go for it.
I'll go for it. And when I won, I remember the management, Miss Great Britain management saying, oh, you might get a bit of backlash for this. And this is how naive I was. I was like, why? I've won. And then I realised, very quickly when I returned home, that people were saying, how can you be Miss Great Britain when you live in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, so I suppose, so you're getting into United Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So was there no, it wasn't Miss Great Britain and Northern Ireland?
It wasn't called Miss Great Britain and Northern Ireland. You just had to have a British passport.
Right.
But then I went to live in Britain. I lived in London for 4 years.
Right,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you made up for it.
Yes.
I love how my dog is absolutely shifting the legs off you. Why did you not bring your dog? I'm annoyed.
I didn't bring my dog. I was away in Manchester at the weekend there. I'm still feeling the effects, and I just thought it would be a long journey for her. And then I was worried
to
about
Newry.
wee Ollie in case you didn't like her.
He would. He likes everybody. Although he'd probably try and he'd give it a go. Like.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he would.
Oh, she has no interest.
No interest? No?
No interest.
Just like asexual or...
Yeah, just I think the dogs take on the traits of the owners, and I just can't be fucked.
Right. Oh, how specific.
Literally.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
Is that a medical condition or?
Yeah, she's just very unimpressed with people like myself.
Do you know what? I hard agree on that.
Yeah.
Who was the most interesting person you met in the Miss GB journey, do you think?
Oh
Who's the most random person?
Oh, throughout my whole career, or just in the Miss Great Britain?
Oh, do you know? Because that's another thing. So, right, anyway, we're jumping ahead. So you did the Miss, so you've left that behind.
Yes.
Quote you. So what is it that you do now in that I know what you do, but you need to tell the people?
Okay, so what pays my bills, which is the most important, that's your main job. I am a hair and makeup artist, mostly on TV, and I absolutely love my job. Love it. At the minute I'm working on blue lights, and I work on lots of different things that are made here, so love it.
See, that is so much fun because, like, I don't dip in and out of stories in general, and then I see you doing stuff, and I'm like, oh fucking hell, blue lights, and then you did Hope Street as well. You doing it as well?
I've been on Hope Street every season, bar season 1, so we're doing that again this year.
What happened season 1, girl?
Season 1, I was just not in the mix. Not in the mix.
Is there makeup beef?
No.
Is there like...
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
He's all women supporting women.
Oh, of course,
It's
yes.
bullshit, lad. It's bullshit.
No,
I say
why
this
do you
all
think-
the time.
No, wait a minute. Why do you think that's bullshit? Because I am a big advocate for supporting women and loving women, and that is, and without this being too profound, because I know we're comedy here, but I really am, and I really, really do believe that, and I would support a woman over a man any day.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, well, maybe you're one of... See, down here, women supporting women only happens whenever one woman's doing shitter than the other one.
Oh, right.
And then it's like, yes, queen. You're fucking making a show of yourself. You go, girl. You're doing great,
Right,
love.
okay.
But see, you should probably be a bit more cultured up in the big smoke.
I just think I'm older now. I'm old, and
How old are you? You're younger than me.
I am going to be... Oh, I can't even say it. I'm going to be 45 in September.
You're older than me.
Yeah.
You're older than me.
I'm old now.
You're not old.
No, yeah.
No, it's not. No.
It's
I
way
think that's
past middle-aged.
No, it's just, listen, it's a state of mind.
Well, that's true.
It's a state of mind.
That is true.
100%. So what's the crack with blue lights then?
Blue lights, I can't really say much because I've signed an NDA. It's great. This is going to be the best, I say.
Right, okay.
I think this season. I absolutely love it. And it's the only thing I work on that I watch.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Right,
Sometimes when you work on something, it takes the magic out of it.
Yeah.
So, but I still watch blue lights.
You didn't get to do anything in the fall, did you?
No, that was before my time.
I suppose it would have been actually the fall.
But I've worked with Gillian.
Have you?
Worked with Gillian on Trespasses, and the whole team went on to win an IFTA for her makeup.
I don't care about that.
Right.
What was the crack with Gillian? Was she asking about me? Amanda, who is recurring guest, recurring presenter on this, very, very small embryonic podcast. Amanda actually, well, she didn't meet her. She saw her in the international. Mm-hmm. So she was messaging me being like, lad, I am fucking Gillian Anderson's here. And I was like, you're lying. You're telling me lies. And she was like, no, swear to God, no one has noticed her. And I was like, well, it must be her. Can't be her. And long story short, I was like, if you don't go over there and tell her that I love her, we are done. We are done completely. And she didn't do any of those things. But I think whenever she fell in step with her, the plane was delayed or something, and she fell in step with her, and she said something along the lines of, my big lesbian friend thinks you're lovely. It was something really cool like that. Something really,
something that she's never heard before as well, I'm sure.
I would say she's never heard that. She is a pure thirst trap, isn't she, for the girls these days?
Yes, I would say so. I think that she is absolutely stunning. Now, just to be clear, I wasn't her makeup artist. It was my friend Kat. She is lovely. So I'm just going to make your crush worse. She's absolutely lovely. In real life, her skin is glowing, and she's just all around 10 out of 10.
Is she sound like? Is she because on some of her social media stuff, she comes across as if she's a bit like bit body, but very like female empowerment and
yes.
sexually empowered and stuff like that. Is she like that all the time? Is she just walking about winking at people and saying, do you want to taste my G-spot? Doesn't she have a drink called G-spot?
Yes. Or I don't
G.
know, is the book called that or something? I'm not sure. She has a book out.
And she definitely has she had some sort of a drink at a stage, and it was called something a wee bit salacious, and there was a lot of raised eyebrows and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get obviously to work with her that closely, but all the cast and crew loved her. Everybody loved her. So sorry. I know. Is that your top of who you would want to meet? Is that top of your list?
See, I had, because obviously I am a wee bit different. I don't know, I'm not different. Do you know the way there's some lesbians in the world who, if you say anything about a man, they're like, ugh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Ew, oh, fuck, I hate it. Whereas I'm like, so the fall was a double bubble for me because Jamie Doran's a fit bat. No, I've never dallied with a man. I've never, I imagine if I was to do anything with a man, I would just like let him spoon me a wee bit. Or have a wee...
But only Jamie.
Or have a wee hug. No, there's others.
Oh, is
there's
there?
others. But yeah, so on the Fall, it was like Jamie Doran and Gillian. It was like,
I know.
there's actually a photograph where it was obviously like a press thing, and she's wearing a white t-shirt with like a print of Paul Spector on the t-shirt.
Oh, how
And
cool.
she's in a pair of just like workwear trousers, and she's got her hands in her pockets and her hair down. And it's like, this sexual inception is fucking frying my head right now, you know?
Yeah.
So you've never touched up, you never put a bit of pan stick on Jamie, no?
I have worked with Jamie, and I know Jamie actually. So and Jamie,
Do you?
yes, I know Jamie's sister quite well, and I'll tell you a funny story actually. I think enough time has passed, but I was doing a photo shoot. I got booked for a big campaign for lingerie, like kind of company, and we went down to a house in Kiltraw, and I didn't know it, but it was the house Jamie grew up in. And then we done the shoot in one of the bedrooms, and I was like, this is as close as I'm going to get to Jamie Dornan's bed. So there's me on the bed, but it was Jamie's bed.
On Jamie's bed. You didn't have a wee hoke about, no?
No, Flip.
Yeah.
I'm very professional.
No, listen, I don't doubt that, but I think there's, you know, is there anyone that you would consider being unprofessional for?
Do you know who I'm a bit obsessed with at the minute, which is really weird for me? Not the actor, but the character, Tommy Shelby.
I don't get it.
Oh, come on.
I don't get it.
Me?
I've never watched Peaky
Right,
Blinders.
there's your problem right there.
Right.
That's
Okay.
your problem right there. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Obsessed.
I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. I think it's because insecure men post memes.
About, yes, so you're, yeah, I get
Do you know
that.
what I mean?
No.
And you just see them on Facebook and they're like, oh,
Tommy memes.
she took the kids off you, aye. You know? And I don't get Cillian Murphy. I don't get him as a sex symbol. I don't get him. I can see how he's like, I don't know, classically like good looking, or I don't even know. I don't get it.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you to even just watch 3 episodes for me.
3 episodes.
Yes.
That's a lot of investment. Can I watch 3 TikToks about it?
No. And what about 1 episode, but I'll tell you which one it is.
What? There's forensic knowledge.
Yeah, so season 2, episode 6.
You get his dick out.
No, he gets back with Grace. So, you got to watch that. And
Okay.
she's absolutely gorgeous too. I mean, it's just a perfect bit of film.
Right. Because I remember he did get his dick out in 28 Days Later.
Yes.
He looked well in it, not specifically his junk, but he had a bit of like a gingery beard going on in that sort of wake up in the hospital scene. Quite like that.
Okay.
But that, I think that's where Cillian Murphy, that's where the love affair with him, with me, peaked.
Yeah.
That's
And again,
no
it's
more.
not really Cillian, even though I think he's great. It's more the character for me.
Okay.
It's Tommy for
That's
me.
fair. That is fair. So you're busy, is what you're saying?
I'm busy and like very busy. Maybe a wee bit too busy at the minute, but I'm not complaining and just absolutely loving life, which I think is a really good place to be.
It is a good place to be.
And I don't say that the way everyone says, oh, I love life and, you know, I'm having the best time. I'm really loving my life.
Well, now it's interesting that you say that, because I creeped on your stories whenever when I was waiting on you to come down. So I saw that you were having a wee therapy session this morning.
Yes.
And then who knew? Here you are in a therapy room.
And I didn't know that about you either.
Yeah.
You are a therapist, counsellor.
Yeah.
Psychotherapist. What would you name yourself?
I would say counsellor.
Counsellor.
I would say
okay.
counsellor. Psychotherapy is probably slightly different, but I know the two terms overlap. And then you throw into the mix that you're training. How is that going for you?
Disastrous. I think I have a wee bit of ADHD, so studying, I haven't been in a classroom situation for 30 years. So I'm getting all the work done, but
Hold on, wait a minute. Did I not see you graduating? You at a graduation or
oh yeah, that was level 4.
that was your level 4?
Yeah, so I needed
Right,
to do my
yes.
level 4 to get into uni.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, because I saw that, because that was last year, was it? Yeah, because I graduated level 5, then it seemed like, oh my, ships in the night,
I
lad.
know. Why are we mirroring each other's lives?
I mean, look at the mirror, the most accurate mirror you've ever seen. Yeah. So what brought you into that?
What brought me into that? I think COVID. Can we talk about COVID?
Can surely, aye.
I think COVID just made me think that I felt like my mind was going to mush. And even though I love my job, and I really do, Leanne, but there's only so much you can talk about makeup. And I just wanted to broaden who I was as a person. And I'm really interested in the human mind. I'm generally interested. I don't know if I'll use this, but learning, like you'll even know, like you learn so much about yourself.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It is.
So so far I'm enjoying it. A lot of workload, but really enjoying it.
Right. You do learn a lot. Did you, I'm just checking something here. Did you go through like a batch of counselling then? You can take your week, because that's what put me into it, is that I'd had counselling before years ago, here, there, piecemeal kind of stuff. And I mean, it just didn't hit at all. And I think a combination of that was not really the right time, doing it for the wrong reasons. So maybe going to counselling at that point because someone had suggested it, or because I thought I need to do something to fix the situation that I'm in. And then, on another occasion, then I didn't have the right vibe. The counsellor that I was with, didn't really cover himself in glory. But I mean, again, that's a personality thing maybe. So when I did get something that hit right, I was like, fuck, I don't hate myself just as much anymore, or I don't think that I'm the seat of every problem in the world anymore.
Okay, yes.
So then I thought, right, well, I want other people to have that experience.
You want to offer that, yeah. And I think it was kind of the same with me as well. I wanted to, first of all, broaden my horizon, but also do something that I'm really interested in, and probably heal myself on the way.
Yeah, and that level 4, like, I mean, it's not insignificant by any stretch of the imagination, that certificate, and especially the learning in it. And I would go as far as to say that I probably had the greatest, learning sort of epiphany on level 4, and then the level 5 is then the sort of the deepening of that, and
I have really turned a corner in just being more aware of who I am and why I act the way I act sometimes.
There's a lot of reflection involved, isn't there?
There is. I'm not trying to make it funny or anything, but now I'll be able to say when I'm acting completely erratic, I know why I'm acting like this, and I have the tools now not to do it.
Yeah, I think the greatest tool that I got was, and this sounds very trite, it doesn't matter what you said, is, as you said, knowing what causes behaviour and having the tools to stop it. The biggest tool that I found was the forgiveness. Not even forgiveness, because that sounds very like, forgive yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not into sound bites and stuff like that, but having a wee bit of compassion for yourself and going, right, hold on a wee minute. So, So not using that, not weaponising that and saying, or using that as to legitimise bullshit.
100%.
But just to understand it. Oh, right. That's why. Oh, actually, that makes sense. If this was my friend, when you look at yourself objectively, the way you would look at your friend or acquaintances, then you get that sort of, you apply that to yourself.
Yeah, you treat yourself completely different if you thought it was like your mom or your sister or whatever.
Yeah.
You were giving them advice. Yeah, but when you said forgiveness there, I didn't even think about forgiving like yourself. I was like about other people. That would be my hardest obstacle. Yeah, and it is hard. But what I find, I don't know if you found this, but do you see this whole empathy carry on? Right, so obviously you've got your empathy and your congruence and your positive regard and all that sort of stuff. I find now, in the past, where I would have had dealings with somebody and I'd be like, right, they're this, that and the other. Now I'm going, I wonder why they are this, that and the other. And then I think about it for a second, and if I can sort of identify something, do you know what, actually that person's having a tough time, and then you rob yourself of the ability to be a bitch. Exactly. I know.
Because you're like, oh, I'm so empathic.
Yeah.
I'm such a good person now. You know,
I know.
you kind of miss being judgmental.
Yeah, I miss being a wee bit, what is the word? I used it this morning, just vindictive. I miss her a wee bit,
Yeah. Yeah. I do you know what? I mean, there's room for everything, isn't there? Like, sometimes it's fun to be vindictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy it sometimes. But obviously there's a time and a place for everything.
Of course.
So that I can't believe that is so weird that that's the route that you're going down as well. Can you see yourself practicing?
I would I don't know. And that is the honest truth. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I do find myself practicing without knowing now with friends. I was the advice. People would come to me, I know it's hard to believe, for advice. And now I practice with my friends by not giving them advice and just talking them through it.
Yes.
And they're like, no, we want Jemima. Like, that's my alter ego.
Right.
We want Jemima, block him, kill him, burn his car, all those kind of things. I don't give that advice anymore.
Yeah. Do you know what? It wasn't great advice to begin with.
No, well, that's true.
Fun.
Yes, of course.
Fun advice.
But my friends are coming to me to hear that.
Yeah.
And they're not getting that anymore. And they're a bit like, oh, who is this person?
Yeah. And I suppose that is a bit of a change, because there's a subtle challenge in that when you're not, you're not colluding with someone in their feelings and,
Exactly.
and doing that it's a slightly different method of support.
100%. Because I was just letting them go down the rabbit hole with them. I was going down the rabbit hole with them when I was telling them to do all that stuff. Thinking that it was supportive and I'm a loyal
burning
friend.
tires.
Yeah. Do as tires. Everybody needs to. You're trying to tell me you've got, what age are you?
43.
You've never done someone's tires?
Never.
Oh my goodness.
Never. No, it's you get boys to do that for you.
Oh well, yeah, I wouldn't do it now myself.
It's only a few quid.
Maybe cut that bit out. I don't know.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. But and I get the sense that you're a wee bit like myself, where there's humour, a bit of dark humour.
Yes.
And it goes a long, long way. And I was sort of saying to you that whenever I was going through SRC, they pulled me on my comedy not alter ego, but the fact that I was doing comedy, and they had someone had raised a concern within the institution around a podcast that I had done. And I mean, really inoffensive, like, because we all know podcasts can be some mad shit that gets said, and some people come out with very, very cancelable opinions. Mm-hmm. And obviously the two, never the twain will meet. I don't talk about sessions that I have in this room on stage.
Of course not.
Of course not.
You're a professional, but you're also a professional comedian. Like, how can people not separate that?
I don't know about the professional comedian, but and whenever somebody's sitting in here with me, it's not like, because a lot of people say to me whenever they find out that I'm a counsellor, oh, you'd be great at that. You just tell everybody to fuck up. And I was like, I see where you're coming from. No. So if someone comes in here, they're not going to get a full razzle dazzle knock knock joke show. Like,
of course,
they're getting a counselling session. But yeah, so that got flagged up to me, and I was actually suspended. I was suspended at the tail end of second year. I didn't think I was going to be able to complete my course.
But was that even ethical of them to do that?
Oh, who can tell?
I have had a couple of comments myself, just, you might find this hard if you go to practice because you're kind of known for other things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so everyone has a platform now. Who doesn't have a platform?
Yeah.
Everyone's famous now. Mm. So
it's definitely something that they're going to have to consider, because they did, that was a sort of a thing. Now, the stuff that we said in the podcast was...
Oh, yeah.
I was walking down the street with him, and there was an Asian couple taking photographs of Newry Canal, who obviously were coming because there was a coach outside the Canal Court Hotel. So obviously there's Asian tourists over in Newry taking a photograph of the canal. My point was, what a shitty holiday. Imagine that is the high point of your holiday, that you're taking photographs of Newry Canal, which is beautiful.
I don't see the offence here.
No. So that was meant, but because it was people from different cultures or different, ethnicity, race, whatever, the guy that was producing the podcast as such was sitting behind the camera, is a guy called Ali McKenzie. You don't know Ali, do you?
I know the name. I know that name.
Ali works, does a lot of stuff for BBC documentaries, and he's worked on Nolan and stuff like that. And obviously Ali is a Protestant gentleman.
Okay.
And myself and Darren are two Catholic gentlemen. And so there was a bit of banter back and forward there, right? You know, all good-natured, bit of name calling on both sides. Didn't fly either. So this was sort of, you know, listed out. And I was like, oh, I get it. But, you know, yeah, so I had to stop. They told me to stop seeing my placement clients while pending an investigation. So I had to do immediate endings with my clients.
Sure, that's not ethical either.
Well, I mean, you're drawing your own conclusions from that.
I just think, and you know, I don't believe in getting cancelled. You know, no one can actually cancel me. I am my own boss. Like, I don't believe in being cancelled. I just think it's went too far now. I think, honestly, it has went too far. You cannot say anything but you're going to offend someone, and people choose to be offended.
Yeah.
People really are out and choosing to be offended. I see things on my Instagram and social media every single day that I could easily choose to be offended on. And I just, like, it's social media. Scroll on. I just don't know where it's going to end. And I know that's quite serious, but I don't know where it's going to end. Yeah,
offence. Yeah, that's one sort of thing. You know, one of the things that fired up to me, I had to sit in a 40-minute like meeting with about 7 different members of staff around my readmission and sort of to sort of answer for myself, and you know, which was distressing because I'm not as ballsy as I appear. But they did say to me, like, you know, if there's somebody in an audience at one of your shows who is, you know, how would this impact them in the room? And I was like, well, at the end of the day, you know, that person will be over 18 and will have elected to pay, you know, to attend the show. So they need to manage their own activations.
Of course. And you're not going to do one of your shows blindly.
No, of course not. And the content, you know, is whatever. But yeah, and I think that's the thing is, back to what you said, there's offence is taken. It's not given.
Yeah.
You know, and I think people sort of forget that a wee bit.
Of course. And like completely miss out on the humour as well. And that's what it's all about. Like, I have a very dark humour. My friend Paddy McGurgan has a very dark humour. And sometimes when we're speaking together, people are like, oh, you can't say that. Well, no, actually we can, and we did. And our intention is not to offend anyone. And I think when you look at where the intention's coming and going, like, it's not to offend anyone. This is a defence mechanism for us to cope.
Yeah. And it's a great...
Maybe too deep.
No, not well, it's not too deep for me, and I don't think it'll be too deep for the audience. I think there'll be people there to be like, actually, yeah. I mean, humour's the best defence mechanism ever. Good God, I've been relying on it all my life, and I'm very grateful for it now looking back. You know, but it does sometimes leave you in a situation where people think that you're just a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
That you're just all about the chuckles and you're all about the she can't take anything she says seriously. But again, it's not up to me to, you know, prove myself to someone. Speaking of Paddy McGurgan, big ride.
Listen, how well, like, I am so proud every time I talk about, people ask me about this more than they ask me about me. Honestly.
Oh, no, I'm not asking you. I'm commenting on the fact that he's a big ride.
And that's just been pure, honest, hard work. And he's done so well. And he's a big ride. You're a big ride.
You know, I know his granny.
Oh, do you?
Aye. His granny and my granny were friends.
Oh, right.
So his granny used to be down in my granny's house.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Doing lines on it. No.
Doing lines of bingo.
Yeah. Check. Yeah, so I knew, yeah. I mean, it's a very tenuous link. But it just shows you how small this part of the world actually is. It's disgustingly small.
Yeah.
So no crack apart from that. Do you like Newry? You do bits and pieces with Unique down here, don't you?
I love Newry.
How's Leslie?
She's in Monaco or something, somewhere in the world at the minute. She had a big birthday there. Leslie's doing great.
What age is Leslie?
Oh, she turned the big 50. Doesn't she look great?
She does look great.
She looks amazing. And I need to get a wee catch up with her soon. But yes, I love Newry and I work with Unique very closely. So I wouldn't choose probably live here.
But why? I don't understand what you mean.
I just like the big smoke.
Yeah, I get that. But Belfast is a whole different vibe now from the days of mincing about the Kremlin and stuff like that. I went to uni up there for a very brief time.
What did you do first time in uni?
Politics.
Let's talk politics.
Politics.
Can I keep my feet up?
Do you do whatever you want, my love? I did politics because I couldn't. I didn't get the grades to get to do law in Queen's.
Okay.
And I didn't want to go to Coleraine to do it, so I went to do politics and I stayed for 6 weeks, and then I took myself back up the road to Newry in a bad jam of probably a wee breakdown.
I think. Did you speak about this in someone else's podcast?
Possibly.
Yes, I think I
possibly.
think I remember this story.
But it was so different then. Belfast was so different. It was so dead. Apart from the likes of the Kremlin. I mean, whenever the Kremlin was good, I know it's maybe not as good as it was.
Yeah.
That there's, but then I don't think anywhere is.
Yeah, I think the Kremlin has been taken over, and I'm not speaking out of turn, this is just what I've heard. It's been taken over by the students.
Right.
And everyone's getting a bit annoyed about that because it's not necessarily, a gay club now. So I think people are getting annoyed about that because it'll always, in my eyes, be the Kremlin be gay.
Yeah. But I mean, even at that, like whenever I was mincing about down there, there were... there was like posters in the toilets and stuff. Not even just throughout the venue saying this is a gay venue, respect it. Mm-hmm. Which I suppose when you look back at it now is kind of, she couldn't say that now. That's desperate. But I do remember it was, and there were certain nights where, and like there'd always be one wee guy or like, a load of wee guys that had obviously just come out, and like the girls in their work had decided to take them out on their first night of being out.
Yes.
So there would be like, they would load us because it was a safe space.
Of course, yeah.
For straight girls, because there was no wankers there, hitting on them or being creepy and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, but I think now everybody then realised, fuck, this is actually a really good night out.
It is a good night out because the music's always great. And I think even for straight girls, like my wee niece and all would tell me they love to go because, like you said, no one's hitting on them. No men are hitting on them, and the music's great.
Yeah.
So I can totally understand that.
Yeah. Good time. I preferred Milk though. I liked.
Remember Milk?
Remember Milk on a Monday night?
I loved Milk.
I loved it. It was great. It was so good. It was so cool.
Milk, like they will never be able to recreate that. I think that venue's tried a couple of times. I don't know what it's called now, Liquid or something, but Milk was the days.
It was, because Sunday nights were actually great as well. Because remember D?
Yes.
D, God rest him, because he did stuff down in the bank then, as he was down as a consultant or whatever, and he'd be down there, during the week, and we'd be talking to him and stuff, and then maybe on a Monday night or Sunday night or whatever, you'd be in Belfast, and you'd give him a text, and he'd be like, come on round for the crack, and you'd get walked in and all.
Oh yes.
And he'd be like, and then just hang out with him, and it was always a great vibe. And there was a couple of guys from Newry. Do you remember Sunday night? It was Karma Sutra Sundays.
Yes, I remember Sunday night was great too.
Oh, yeah. The guys there'd be a guy on the flute, and one on bongos, or there'd be a saxophone player and a bongo player. Those guys,
they were like ahead of their time. Mark Byrne was ahead of his time as well.
Yeah, big time. Well, those guys.
Have you been to Margot?
Yes, I have. I was in it one night. The vibes were great. There was a bit of
Rudy downstairs, unbelievable. That's Mark as well.
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
That's Mark and Paul.
Yeah, it was lovely. There was a bit of Catronada. There was some Catronada on in the bar, and I like that. That's my whole thing. So, but that, I don't know if that could ever be replicated up here.
Can't. And just because it was a different time, and you go into a club now and everyone's head's in their phone, and I'm talking about myself here. I'm hypocritical. Like, it was just an easier time.
Yeah.
You could have got just smashed out of your face and there was no evidence of it.
No, until Out Last Night came along and they started going around taking photographs and putting them up on their website.
Yeah.
But it means that.
But you could always say no to that.
Yeah, true.
You could always say, no, I don't want my picture taken, you know, if you were just completely mangled.
Yeah, if you're completely mangled. Yeah. It would be great to try and recreate, but no, I don't think.
Maybe we should do it.
Have you been to any of the like over 30s?
No.
Oh, right.
No.
No.
No. And not that, no, it just, no.
No. Right, okay.
I only go to venues now that would be 35 plus anyway. So I feel as if I've been doing that anyway for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So.
Where is the spot then at the minute?
Really like Margot. I really love Margot. I like Whites. It's all what do you call them? Mart stuff. There's no nightclub, so we don't have a nightclub. Obviously, I'll go round to Maverick and I go to Kremlin.
Yeah. I have an issue with Maverick's sound system.
Oh, really?
It's very toppy. It's very trebly. I don't know, maybe it's an ADHD neurodivergent thing too, but it's not warm enough. There's not, I don't know, it's not very bassy.
That's very observant of you. Anytime I go into that venue, I am intoxicated.
Right.
So that would be the last thing I would notice, I think.
Yeah. The last night I was there, I met a gentleman who was waiting on his paramour, was waiting on his lover.
Right.
And his lover was very busy. He was with his wife. So this guy was standing waiting, and he was very friendly, and we had a little boogie with him to some Madonna, I think, a wee bit of Express Yourself. Lit a fire under him just momentarily while he was waiting on his bay, you know.
I'm conflicted with, were you not conflicted with that? What was your counsellor head saying there?
My counsellor head was saying nothing. It was saying, oh God help you creator, you. But here, listen, Express Yourself is on, so, you know,
exactly.
Pass me the Grey Goose.
Is that your drink of choice?
Grey Goose, yeah.
I'm a vodka girl.
I like Grey Goose and soda is my grown up.
That's like a punishment beating. Do you put anything else in it?
No. Oh, well, no. If there's
lime.
A good wedge of lime.
Just a wedge, but not like lime juice?
No.
Oh, we call that punishment beating.
Well, beat me harder. I like it. I used to drink like Diet 7-Up and vodka or
Too
something
sweet
like that.
after a
Oh,
while.
it's gross. And it goes flat. It goes flat.
No, I have the same drink, but it would be very cloudy because I would put so much lime in. It's like a soda water and lime with a big bit of vodka.
I just don't like lime cordial.
No, not lime cordial. I went up in the world here. I drink a Margot, like fresh, like sours.
Do you like a Capriosca?
Yes.
Fuck.
Love.
Yes, love a Capriosca. Yeah, that would be
anything bitter.
That would be my cocktail of choice.
Right. I like anything bitter, no sweet stuff.
Right, okay. So what is your controversial opinion then? What would you get cancelled for if you were to be cancelled for something?
What would I be cancelled for? Probably my faith, I would say. People don't want to hear anything about that. I don't like that Christianity is trying to be taken out of our country. I don't like that.
Okay.
And I'm a big advocate for keeping that in place and being vocal about that.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't like that. But I don't give a shit.
Do you think people just... It's easier to say they don't like it because they don't understand it?
I think we're living in a Christian country, and that should be vocalized and seen and heard. And shoot me if people don't like that opinion, but taking the nativity and the Easter bunny instead of the cross out of schools, I think is insane.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any fear of Christianity or of religion at all. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm very paranoid about losing my feed here because it happened to me once before and I will die on that hill. Do you know what? I remember whenever I had my wee cafe, and one Sunday evening I was in doing some work, and when it opened first, and there was a wee group that used to, they just used to hang out on the street corner. They'd come over from like it's the Metropolitan Church, over in Edward Street there, and they just took a wee notion to sing on a Sunday it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and they just have we sing. It was young people, older people, and the guy, their pastor, was with them, and I had like buns and stuff that probably that I needed rid of, and I went down to them and I was like, here, fair play to you, like crack's good, do you just want a lack of buns?
Lovely.
Fair play, whatever. And yeah. So the pastor, got chatting to him. I don't want to use his name, but he said to me, you know, you're very welcome to come to the church and stuff. And I said, listen, I was like, God has never come looking for me. And I, thankfully, I suppose, in a way, have never had to go looking for him. Mm-hmm. But if either of those things two happen, either of those two things happen, you know what I mean? This is because I haven't had my coffee, because you wanted a coconut flat white, you bougie fucker. If either of those two things happen, well and good. Mm-hmm. But they haven't just happened yet. And he was like, that's fair enough. And then, so I would have said hello to him and stuff anytime I saw him. Really nice guy. And we spoke to him one day. He actually came over to talk to me, because he was having a sort of a wee difficulty himself with not with his I suppose with his sexuality, and his sexuality was frowned upon hugely within the church, and that was causing him so much strife, so much torture, and that he essentially wasn't welcome in a place that he had curated and was a part of. And I couldn't, and this is before counselling days, way before counselling days. And I remember thinking, what the fuck do I say to this fella here? And then I sort of thought, well, okay. So he mentioned a couple of incidents that had happened. And I said to him, well, like, I don't know a great deal about religion. I said, we've had this conversation before. But as far as I'm concerned, God is love. I've heard that said, God is love. I said, and it doesn't sound to me like the people that you're speaking about here believe that, because what they're saying to you and how they're communicating what they feel does not sound loving. Mm-hmm. It's like, so maybe you need to look for a new church. Mm-hmm. You know, so...
And that was really good advice, actually.
It was the only thing that I could think that wouldn't sound hollow, it wouldn't sound, you know, and there was a logic behind it as well, I suppose. So that was grand, and off he went. So, I think things improved for him. I think not because of that, but I think, you know, he made, you know, changes and different things like that, and was maybe in a slightly better place then. But I do remember thinking, like, how can you profess to be a Christian and to follow the teachings and to act with hate?
Yeah. Well, listen, the whole world. I was at church on Sunday and they were like, make Jesus famous again. I was like, how much more famous can Jesus get? The whole world is fighting, right? So I'm on the same stance as you. And what I find when I start to talk about my faith, people point out all my downfalls or my lifestyle or things I like to do that would be frowned upon. And nobody ever says, oh, well, that makes sense because you're like, fundamentally, you're a good person. No one ever says that. When I talk about faith, they always start saying, oh, well, you do this and this and this. And it's like a rule book. And what I would say to anyone is, he's not going to ask you about me. He's not going to say, well, what about Gemma Garrett? You're not going to have a test on me. You're going to have a test on yourself. So sort your own salvation out and I'll sort mine out. I have a personal relationship with God and that's enough for me. And, you know, we're so fixated, especially in this country, with rules. And you're not doing this right, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that. Listen, let people have their faith. And you're right, God is love. And I think that you give that man, that gentleman, the most amazing advice. Because God knows his soul. And hopefully he did find a new church.
Yeah, I think he did. No, you're right. That is a good thing, actually. And I know there's a difference between faith and religion as well.
Yes.
100%. Which I think a lot of people don't
get.
Yeah, well, I don't get, but I suppose it's never really. I don't know how, you know, religion was taught to you as a child, you know, in school or in the home or whatever. But I know, you know, certainly as a Catholic, you know, I don't think there was ever a distinction made between faith and religion. As being two sort of, you know, very intertwined, obviously, but quite separate things. Yeah. You know, it is just a rule book. It's this is what you do. You do this at this age. that at that age, and then by that time you're going to do all these things and everything's going to be great.
Yeah.
You know.
And it never goes like that. And you're right, my mum and dad, I grew up in a very strict Protestant home, and I grew spiritually. And I say to my mum and dad, like, why did you teach me that or teach me that? And they were like, Gemma, this is our first time as well. And, you know, we were going by a rule book that we thought was the best thing. Yeah. You know, and you have to remember that as well. But I'm not saying go out and do whatever you want and there's no rules, of course. You know, I would stick by the 10 Commandments, you know, don't be killing anybody. That's a big one. You know, try to be a good person, but also just... anyone can have a relationship with God, I believe, at any point.
Yeah, no, I think that is fair. And again, and I'll stick by what I said to that guy that day. You know, I've never had a crisis in my life, internally or externally, whereby I've had to go looking for a higher answer, or a salvation or a, you know, help in that regard. Now, there's a spirituality element, you know, and I know that's cringy too. No, I'm not religious, you know,
I know.
I'm spiritual. You know, I believe in energy, and I believe in, you know, that the people that we love, whenever they die, they don't really leave us. They don't, you know, they're there. There's energy there that we can draw on, and we can ask for protection, and we can ask for help and sanctity and all those things. But does it come in the Bible for me? Probably not.
And that's fine as well.
You know, probably not.
That's fine.
But I respect it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't even like saying anything bad about the Bible either, but the Bible has been retranslated so many times. I mean, I know it's the word of God, but it's a guidance.
Yeah.
And I even feel guilty because of my upbringing, even saying that. But, you know, I was married before, and...
What?
Did you know?
No.
We should have started there. And, you know, if they say divorce, if you get divorced, the woman should be stoned to death. I mean, we're not living by those rules.
Aye.
So you can't just take one bit and one bit. If you're going to live by the word of God, you have to live by it all. So I think you have to bring it up to 2026.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think people can cherry pick that.
Of course.
To suit
and
their,
I
to
do
suit
it
their
myself.
agenda.
I'm a hypocrite. I cherry pick it too.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like politicians, especially, you know, especially in this part of the world, where they do very much cherry pick to suit an agenda, which is hypocritical. I don't know. It's
religion shouldn't be in politics at all.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
Yeah,
I agree. So you're married?
I was married.
When was this?
2010. I actually bumped into him the other day, funny enough.
In the house, or?
He's my husband, but we're just friends.
Right. Do you know what, that sounds perfect.
No, I came home from living in London for 4 years. All my friends were getting engaged, having babies, doing the whole thing, and I panicked. And he was probably in the same situation. He panicked, and we very quickly realised that we weren't compatible. Lovely guy. And it was very amicable. You know, but
I don't think anybody...
I'm a divorced woman, so I would be stoned to death.
I was just going to say, I don't think anybody deserves to be stoned to death for that.
Yeah.
That sounds like quite a pleasant parting of the ways.
Yeah, well, as good as it could be.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, and that's just one thing that I did learn from SRC in the good times, we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly. I love that one.
Yeah. One of the tutors used to say that all the time. She said, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm going to keep that with me, because it definitely would give you more empathy for people.
Yeah. So, and then not the flip side, but continuing on from that is, so when you do know something, but you know, you're continuing to make mistakes, or you're continuing to then, you know, not that the forgiveness wanes, but it's maybe you need to look at that.
Of course.
But in the first instance, whenever we meet something, whether it's grief or heartbreak or conflict or something like that, if it's your first time doing it and you make a balls of it, you can't really, it's come back to a compassion thing again. Yeah. I hate that this is really deep and like meaningful.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I was hoping for something all like,
Well, let's finish it up on
all cunty and all like fucking.
You wanted me to be a bitch.
No, I didn't want you. No, I'm only joking. What's your plans then for the rest of 2026?
Oh, what are my plans?
So you're starting Blue Lights. Is Blue Lights
I'm
filming
on Blue Lights
currently?
at the minute. Yeah, it's nearly coming to an end. I'll hopefully go on to Hope Street. And yeah, my dad has a big birthday. My dad's quite sick at the minute, but he's got a big birthday coming up, so we're all just planning loads of stuff for that.
Sure, mummy called Margot.
Margot, yeah.
She's a bit of a babe, isn't she?
Oh my goodness, Margot is a babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen her in your story.
So
She looks like she's good banter.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. Like, I'm so lucky with my friends and family. So, yeah, the only problem is, I think time's going too fast. That happens when you get older, apparently. It's just
I can concur with that.
It's just like, we're nearly into April now. What is going on? But yeah, one thing I did put on my goal list, this isn't very Christian, but your mum in Chapel Roan, do you know her?
Yeah. I did. You mentioned something about her in your stories, actually.
Now, this was only a joke, but she's really pissing me off at the minute. Have you been watching her behaviour?
Yeah.
And are you okay with it? Because some people are okay with it.
No, it's arsey.
Now, come on.
Sorry, but it is arsey.
I don't think she'll be watching this. But, yeah. I was thinking, we went to see a lovely singer at the weekend who my dad loves, 20. And she was so gracious. She came out for a meet and greet with us beforehand. She signed things for my dad. He just loves her. She's amazing, by the way. Check her out. And, you know, then you have on the other side that girl, and no one's allowed to take a picture of her. She is videoing her fans saying, look at them being, you know, creepy. I mean, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
You wanted fame.
Yeah. And there are people who take it too far. You know, in general public, there's going to be somebody, for whatever reason, that takes things too far or doesn't, you know, respect some sort of a boundary. But again, if you put yourself out there,
exactly,
you know, fame is fame. Like, I mean, I suffer from it myself in Newry, you know, but no, that complete dick behaviour. Yeah,
really, honestly. So she's annoyed me. I have a good friend. This is quite controversial, but I have a good friend, Charlie Lawson.
Yes, I'm aware of Charles. Yes,
and this is where like I've come across this like behaviour with fans. Obviously, I'm not saying he's like Beyonce, but because he played Jim, everybody feels
Beyonce and McDonald.
Yeah, everyone feels, you know, it's Jim McDonald, and we've been out a couple of times, and it's just relentless.
Yeah.
So I get that he's always so polite, always has time, but after a while, I was like, for flip's sake,
yeah, let it go.
It wasn't even me. I'm just trying to eat my lunch, and it's like, can you take a picture? Jim. And he has time for everyone. So I get that side. Mm-hmm. But from what I've seen online on TikTok or whatever of that girl's behaviour, I just think that's bad.
Yeah. The one, because I know there's always two sides to every story and all those sort of things, but I did see a clip where one of her like entourage, like her security guards, like, don't make eye contact. Don't take photographs.
Now, I'd fight him if he said that to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's like
you don't own my eyes.
Yeah. Have you seen the clip of?
I'm angry at that.
Have you seen the clip of Jennifer Lopez? Whenever, like, I think it was from like whenever she was like Jenny from the block, and she's like walking around the block, and she sees the house that she used to live in, and the guys, and she's like, I used to live here, and he's like, who are you?
I know, listen, I know it's cringe,
yeah,
because she's just like, someone doesn't know me, and I get that because she's like global superstar, but the guy's just like, who the hell are you, love? So funny. Do you think
Jamie Doran's walking around Kiltra being like, I used to live there? Gemma Garrett was in my bedroom.
He's so down to earth.
He comes across really down to earth. He's a fucking babe too.
He is. Beautiful boy, man.
More so Paul Spector is a babe.
Oh, yeah, so you like the character. You're like me.
Naughty boys need love too.
Yeah.
You know, he was very naughty, to be fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been turned on by that behaviour, but I'm turned on by, you know, Tommy Shelby just saying, if anybody comes into our family, they're getting shot. I like that. Loyalty.
Nice. See, I think I'd be safe enough with
Paul.
Paul, yeah, because I'm not a slim brunette.
Yes.
That's his whole vibe. I also have very short nails. He wouldn't be able to paint my nails.
Yeah, of course.
He wouldn't be able to get me into the bath either. Post murder.
Yeah.
So I think me and him would get on quite well. I think we could hug. I think we could hug really well.
Yeah.
Can you sort that out?
I'll try.
Right, okay. I think on that note, and do you know what's been sending me the whole way, or almost the whole way through this, is the fact that Ollie is asleep on your shoes.
Aww.
He's fully asleep now.
I love it.
After all that, at least he didn't have to look at his balls for too long.
No, it's fine. And thank you so much for my German biscuits. She promised me these and told me that she was going to send them. And for a week, I waited.
I know. Did you?
Yeah. I was just like, anything from the postman? No.
Oh, you're so silly.
So I've got my German. Oh, he's awake
Oh,
now.
yeah, he's awake now. Yeah, there's a lemon one in there and there's a raspberry one.
Lemon's my favourite.
Do you like lemon?
Anything bitter.
Yes, of course, a
Anything
Caprioska
bitter.
German biscuit.
Yeah.
Right, on that note, thank you so much for coming down the road.
Thanks for having
Good
me.
to see you.
Look forward to getting cancelled when this goes out.
Okay,
And
it'll be fine.
yeah.
Be grand. Just go to therapy about it. Be grand.
Yeah, fine.